Hello, everybody. This is Deep from D's Cute and Crafty, and I'm back with another Christmas video for you guys today. This is video number 8 in my I Love Christmas series, and I am still loving my cardboard. I hope you guys are too. I am making some really cute, almost free DIYs with cardboard. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to be using some of this polyfill from my stash. I have some of the deco mesh left over from Halloween, ribbon of choice. I have some of this black kind of velour fabric, some pipe cleaners. I have the peppermints from Hobby Lobby, and then I have some greenery, just deciding which one I'll use. I have various sizes of snowflakes. Again, I'll have to decide which ones I'm going to use. I think I will end up using, matter of fact, I know I'll end up using the bigger ones. I am using my chiffon cream, and if I don't have chiffon cream, I'll be using the matte apple barrel white paint, and of course cardboard. So I have already sketched out my hat. We are going to do Frosty the Snowman's hat, and it's going to be big enough to be a door hanger. And actually this looks like a, a pot. It really does remind me of a pot that you would, put your plants in. So that's what I sketched out. And I'm going to double up this cardboard because I want it to be nice and thick. I want it to be firm and sturdy. So if you double it up, it really does come out nice and sturdy. So I already cut out the hat, and the cardboard that I had to make the second piece wasn't big enough to cut out the entire piece this way. So I just pieced it. It's fine because you're going to glue it together anyway, and it's not going to matter. You won't be able to tell that the second part that I cut out was two different pieces. So I'm just hot gluing that together. I'll get that bottom piece hot glued on. And then I'm going to go ahead and hot glue on my polyfill or my batting, pillow stuffing, whatever you want to call it. I am just going to hot glue it to the top of the hat. I'm not going to hot glue any of it to the brim of the hat. We're going to do something different with that. Now I'm going to take my black fabric. You can use the deco mesh for this part if you'd like. And if you do that, I would not suggest putting the batting on. You could use black velvet ribbon. You can still use the batting if you do that. You just need to make sure that everything's covered. And in this case, I am using a piece of black fabric. I'm just going to hot glue down the top of this fabric just because I need it to stay secure while I pull my edges tight, because now I'm going to go back in with my staple gun and I'm going to staple this fabric to the cardboard. This is an Arrow, ARROW, ergonomic ergonomic staple gun, and you can purchase it at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's smaller, it's more comfortable in your hand, and you don't have to use as much force to press down to staple things. So I like it. I'm cutting off my excess fabric. We're going to save that because we're going to go back and use it on the back to cover things up. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and measure out where my sash is going to be, wrap that around, and staple that on as well. This came out so cute. As always, I love it. I love all the things I make. I just do. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you for stopping by D's Cute and Crafty. I hope you will consider becoming a Crafty family member. If you do, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so you never miss out on another cute and crafty DIY with me. Now, I took my scissors and I just punched in all these holes, just random. I didn't measure them out. I didn't think them out. I just punched in some random holes. It is not going to matter. You're not going to see it. Because my cardboard is white, I am going to go ahead and paint it black with Hello Hobbies Midnight so that nothing shows through. To all my subscribers that have been with me from the beginning, to my ride or dies, thank you for coming back. Thank you for your love and support. I love you so much, and I'm glad you're here. So now I'm taking my deco mesh, just some leftover from, the Halloween season, picked it up at Dollar Tree, and I'm cutting 6.5-inch pieces. And I used roughly about 40 pieces. I'm not sure exactly, but about 40. I just stuffed it until it was nice and full and it looked the way that I wanted it to look. And all I did was roll those pieces up and crisscross them. I took my Chanel stem and I just wrapped it around the center, and then I poked the Chanel stem through the holes and twisted it on the back. It's so simple and easy to do. And this is really cute. I love that it has dimension because it's nice and puffy, the top part of the hat. And then I love all of the dimension you get from the deco mesh on the bottom. So now I'm just going to take some black paint, and I should have removed that white sticker, but I didn't. I'm going to take some white paint or black paint, and I'm just going to paint over everything on the back just to make it a little neater because I didn't like that it was kind of undone. It was unfinished. So we're just going to paint that. And we're going to paint the edges of that cardboard as well, as much as we can. And I'm trying to figure out, do I want to use the peppermint? Do I want to use the greenery? I ended up using the greenery and one of the larger snowflakes. And this snowflake came from Joann Fabrics. It has a little hole in it because it's made to be hung as an ornament. I'm going to use that little hole to my advantage, and I am going to sew this snowflake onto the hat. I did go in with my Apple Barrel Matte White, and I gave this snowflake a coat of the white paint. So now I'm just going to tuck that greenery down inside that sash of the ribbon, give the snowflake a little bit of hot glue just to make sure it stays. Oh my goodness, what was that? My lighting is horrible. I don't know what's happening. I think my camera is too close to my table, like facing down. So every time my hand gets close to it, it tries to adjust and you get that horrible glare. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I ended up just putting a little bit of glue on that greenery and tucking it down inside that ribbon just to make sure everything stays in place, trimming up the greenery a little bit. And now I'm going to take my ribbon and make a bow. I'm going to make me some tails like I usually do. And I'm just going to stack and pinch and then tie it off with the jute cord. And then I'll hot glue it right under that pine cone. I'm going to put a jute cord hanger on the back, and this one is ready to be displayed. This is going to look so pretty on my front door. This one, as you can see, was quick and easy to make. I hope you guys recreate it. Here's finished DIY number 1. You guys are going to have to comment down below. Let me know which one's your favorite of the 3 that I'm bringing you today. This one's not my favorite. I do love it, but I think I'm going to go a different direction. This one is not my favorite. If you guys want to know which one is, you're going to have to keep watching. Moving on to DIY number 2, we've got more cardboard, and we're going to be doing a little bit of drawing, not much. And I have my red ribbon of choice and one of the pine greenery stems, a little bit of leftover scrap craft stick, my Waverly Antique Wax, and my Rust-Oleum chiffon cream. So we are making a farmhouse kind of rustic old church house. I love this one, and I'm so blessed and grateful to Mary Owens. Thank you, Mary, for suggesting that I do a church house. Um, she made a beautiful church from scrap wood that she had. If you guys would like to see it, head on over to Dee's Cute and Crafty DIY Divas, my free Facebook page. Ask to join, and admin will let you in. And you can start uploading your beautiful crafts over there and see what else is going on with all the other crafters. But Mary made a beautiful church from her scrap wood and suggested that I do a church with cardboard. So Mary, I am recreating your craft, and I hope I do you proud. So you guys, I'm just going to use my cardboard, and I'm going to cut out a long house shape. As you can see right there, you are going to need 3 of everything. So you're going to need 3 of those long house shapes. And then I'm doing sort of a cathedral window look right now, but it's going to be a door. You're going to need 3 pieces like that. And I'm just going to freehand, just following the shape that I already cut out, just following the shape on the inside, because I want to cut it out and make an opening there. This church is going to light up. We're just going to use a tea light, but if we give the door or window, it's really a door, but it looks more like a window. If you open that up, when you put your tea light inside, you get this beautiful glow. So that's what we're going for. So you're going to need 3 pieces just like this, all cut out the same way. This came out beautiful. And thank you, Mary. It is my favorite of the 3 that I'm going to show you today. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just trimming everything up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm trying. Now we're going to cut the same opening in each one of our houses. Again, you need 3 of everything. And now I'm just going to do the side pieces for the church. And I just took a piece of cardboard, roughly, you guys, I don't even know the measurements. Please don't hate me. I do everything by eye, and I try my best to remember to write things down for you guys. I just craft like from my head, from my heart, and just what looks good to me. So I didn't really measure that. I just cut it. But I do know that the church is 10 inches long by 3 inches wide. So now you see me putting all 3 of my church pieces together. I put all 3 of my door pieces or window pieces together as well. And then I did my side pieces. You need 1 for each side. So you're going to do 3 pieces on one side and 3 pieces on the other of that slanted piece that you see me hot gluing down right now. If you guys do not want your corrugation to show, there are multiple ways you can cover it. You can cover it with ribbon. You can cover it with jute cord. You can actually take another piece of cardboard and cover it. I'm going to leave this really rustic because this is the look that I'm going for, and I'm not going to cover this one. It's kind of giving me rocket ship vibes right now, but I promise it's going to be a beautiful church. So I took some of my craft stick and I cut it down with my X-Acto knife really thin so we can get the crossbars for our door or our glass window pane. It's actually a door with a window in it. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to see. If you don't have craft stick, toothpicks would work perfectly for this part. Cardboard would work for this part. But I just wanted a little touch of a wood element, and that's why I'm using some scrap craft stick. So I just pushed it into the corrugation of the cardboard and added a little dab of hot glue to hold it in place. This was really easy to do. Whenever you're working with cardboard and you've got a thick piece of cardboard, you can use that to your advantage to poke things in and get them to stay in place. So then I took some cardboard and I made all of these awnings, or I don't even know what to call them. It's roofing, pretty much. So I just matched up the cardboard with the length of what I wanted for each part of the roof. You see how the top peak comes together? I just measured that out and cut it down to size. And each one of these pieces is 3 pieces of cardboard glued together. Each piece you see me putting down is 3 pieces glued together. I just like that thickness for this DIY. So that's what I did. So we're going to put our roof pieces on the 2 side parts of the church. And then we're going to put it on the top part of the church. And then we're going to put it in the middle to give it the illusion of being 3 roof lines or 3 pieces or 3 houses, but it's just the one. Now I'm going to take a 3x3 piece of cardboard and attach it to the back of the church. And I'm doing this because I want to add a tea light inside. So I have to give it somewhere to sit. And I want my church to stand on its own. So this helps do that. And I just added some little wood cubes from Dollar Tree just to make sure that my walls in the back stay up. Then I went back in, you guys, with my Rust-Oleum chiffon cream, and I gave this church a really rough coat because I wanted to look old and weathered. I took that greenery and just made a wreath. Very easy to do. And I took my ribbon and did a shoestring bow. And I'm just going to hot glue it. It's going to be very simple, but that's what I love about it. I love the rustic look and the simplicity. I'm going to glue that bow to the top of the wreath and then glue the wreath to the top, well, not the top, the second roof line. And you can see that corrugation, and that's what I said I'm going to leave this time instead of covering it. I then took some more of that craft stick and just made a little like kickboard at the bottom of the door, and then I made my and as I was saying before I cut myself off, I made my cross for the top of the church, and this one is done. Oh, I did add a little bead to the door for a handle or a knob, and you can see the corrugation as I was saying, but I don't know, for this one I just felt like it was perfect. It just went with what I wanted to do, but you can cover it if you choose to. I did not. I love this old farmhouse rustic church. Just beautiful. Thank you, Mary. Moving on to DIY number 3 and the last one of the video, I have some paddle wire. I have some ribbon, of course, cardboard, and I will be using some of the jute cord or the jute twine. And I chose to use the farmhouse lace ribbon because for this DIY, it's perfect. And we're going to do an angel ornament. You guys, I know I've already done an angel and angel ornaments, but I craft angels so much at Christmas time, and they're all a little different from each other. We are going to make the same wings that I made in the last DIY just because they're easy to do and they're easy to cut out. So you can see me just freehanding those wings. And this time we're not going to cut them in half. For my last angel, the one that was blowing the horn or the trumpet, I did cut the wings in half so I could stagger them. For this one, we're going to leave them just as they are. And you're going to need 3 sets of wings. This one is very rustic, very farmhouse and simple and beautiful. You can make so many of these in such a short amount of time. So now that I have my first set of wings cut out, I'm just going to trim around those. Just going to trace around those to make the other two pair. And now I'm going to hot glue all of them together. I'll also be using a bead, and I don't think I mentioned that. Now I'm going to take this piece of cardboard because it's going to help me make my tassel. I wrapped it around roughly about 40 times. You can make your tassel or your angel body as thick as you want it to be. And I'm just going to put it on the cardboard in the center. Just slide it over the wing to the center of those wings. And now I'm just going to tie it off. You can see me tying it off very snugly right underneath those wings. I have a wooden dowel, and I ended up making one of the edges sharp or pointy. I did that because it was too thick to fit into the hole of the bead. So when I trimmed it down, it fit perfectly. I added some hot glue to that, and then I put some wood glue at the bottom to hold the bead and the dowel together. And I just put some hot glue again at the top, like I said, to fill that hole in and make sure that the dowel stays in place. So now I'm just looking to see, do I want that to sit in the back? Do I want it to sit in the front? And what I ended up doing was putting it in the front and pushing it down in between the jute twine and just sliding it down in there. It fit perfectly. Now I'm going to open this up. I'm going to open up all those loops, just going to cut them open, fluff them out a little bit, and that's the body of our angel. Going to add a dab of hot glue to the back of this knot just to make sure it doesn't come apart. Now I'm going to take my paddle wire from Dollar Tree and I'm going to make a halo. So your halo can be as big or as small as you want it. I'm just going to wrap it around my first two fingers and make a circle. And then I'm just going to keep following that, and I'm going to keep wrapping it until I get it the thickness and the shape that I like. And now that I have it the thickness that I like, I'm going to leave myself a long piece of that paddle wire. And now I'm going to start wrapping it around the circle. I'm going to go all the way around it until there's no more paddle wire left. And you come out with this nice looking little ring. I'm going to take a piece of that cardboard and fold it over that halo and hot glue it. So now I have a way to attach my halo to my angel. I'm just going to hot glue it to the back of the angel. And now I'm going to take some of that beautiful farmhouse lace and cover that cardboard in the back. I'm going to take some more of that lace and tie a shoestring bow, leaving my tails really long to flow down the front of my angel. Very rustic, very farmhouse, and very cute. I just put a little jute cord hanger on the back, and this little beauty is ready to be displayed. No paint, no covering of anything, leaving it as rustic as you see it. Here's finished DIY number 3. Oh, I did cover the corrugation. I thought I left it. Well, either or. You guys can leave it or cover it. I ended up covering it. I think it was cute without, actually. But I did add some jute cord to those wings around the edge. And here's everything I've created for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you love the content that I'm bringing you. As always, comment down below. Let me know which one's your favorite of the 3. And if you've made it to this far in the video, leave me an angel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me. You guys are absolutely the best. You guys, until I see you in my next one, please be safe, be blessed, and craft something beautiful today. Bye.